Alright guys, so let's get into this new launch from Essence. So this is what it came in, this like little luggage suitcase thing, and when I got this I was like, oh no, because this is the second time I have gotten some sort of like luggage with a lock on it, and the last one I got was from a skincare brand called ITK. They're at Walmart, and I could not open the package for the life of me. Nick had to like help me open it. This one thankfully was not so hard to open. There was like a little riddle, but the lock was actually already opened. So all I had to do was just slide this little doohickey to the right, and when I opened it, by the way, I had no idea what was in here, I saw that there is a new foundation launch from Essence, and when I tell you, I was so happy to see this because number one, I love Essence. Number two, they're like the only last remaining affordable brand that you can find at Ulta, like truly affordable. And number three, who doesn't love testing out new foundations and concealers? And number four, I was like, oh my gosh, could it be that I could possibly be one of the first ones to upload a wear test and review on a product? Like, that has not happened since like 2016. So I was thrilled that I could gratefully be one of the first people to maybe try this out for you guys. Talk about the product, the name, and all that. So the name of this product is Essence Keep Me Covered Long Lasting Foundation, and they did include like a little pamphlet, so I'm just gonna read off some information about this. It says this new foundation is long lasting, has buildable medium to full coverage, and a soft focused natural finish. Right there, that got my attention because that sounds exactly like a foundation that I like. It says, build on your glow with a perfectly matched concealer to create a dreamy, show-stopping complexion. The hydrating, fast-drying, and covering concealer, Essence Keep Me Covered Concealer with Aloe Vera. It complements all of the foundation shades. The foundation is at Ulta and essencemakeup.com for $6.99, and the concealer is $5.99. So we are under $7, which is really exciting because foundations have skyrocketed. I saw a foundation the other day, it was like $18, and I was like, what? So it says there are no parabens, no silicones, no microplastic particles, and it is vegan. It is also it is also claiming to be transfer and waterproof. Concealer says it's a buildable medium coverage, and it has a creamy texture, and it is good for sensitive skin. So I have 3 shades here. This one I think is going to be too light. This is 50 Ivory. Then we have 60 Shell. And then we have 80 Light Medium, which I think maybe I might mix these two. Maybe 60 and 80 would be a good match if I mix them together. For the concealers, I also have 3 shades they sent me. This is 40 Shell. Then we have 50 Warm Shell. Oh wait, I missed one. 30 Alabaster. We have 40 Shell. And then we have 50 Warm Shell. This one, 30 Alabaster, is going to be a little bit too light for me, so it'll probably be between Shell and Warm Shell. Excited. I cannot remember the last time I did a foundation wear test. It's been a hot minute. I'm already moisturized because I did my skincare routine. The only thing I have to find out is how many shades are actually in this line, because it does not say on here, and that is super important because I want everyone to be able to find a shade match for themselves. Application, I'm gonna do my usual, which is I do a sponge on one side and a brush on the other side. So for the sponge side, this is my favorite Amazon sponge. It is so soft, so squishy. I believe it comes in a 2-pack. I will link it for you guys. It's amazing. And then I'm gonna use on this side my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe, the foundation side. I really like this brush. Also thrilled to see that we have a pump top. I feel like that is more rare, especially with a lower priced drugstore foundation, but I'm thrilled that they have a pump on here. I'm just gonna pump out on my AOA mixing plate a little bit of 60 Shell, and then I'm gonna pump out a little bit of 80 Light Medium. I'm gonna go ahead and prime with the Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer, and I don't unfortunately have like an Essence primer. Oh my gosh, wait, I do. Hold on you guys, I have to find that one so I can use it. I do have an Essence primer, but where did I put it is the question. Oh my gosh, I don't know where I put it. Okay, I'm gonna have to look for that later on. I don't know where I put it. I had this really nice Essence primer that I bought from Ulta. It was like $5. It had really good reviews. I used it like one time, and now I can't find it. So we're gonna be on the lookout for that. I'm sad because I would have liked to have used it for this video purposes. I do have a little bit of a breakout here, a little bit here, like in this region. Don't really know why, but here we are. I'm so glad I mixed those two because I feel like that looks like a much better match. This first one that I used, 60 shell, would have been a little too light. And they do have more of a warmer undertone, which works out for me. But again, I have to see the full shade range to see like what they have. Definitely seeing a medium coverage right now with the sponge, but I do want to go in with a second layer. Covered up my acne pretty decently. It does not feel like a full coverage foundation. Now let's go in with the brush. Put my hair back. Definitely a bit more coverage with the brush, which is really common. Usually a sponge does have more sheer coverage. And if you guys have never seen my wear tests, I will show you what this looks like in natural daylight. We're gonna wear it for the rest of the day. I am filming this around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So usually my last check-in is like late at night in the bathroom when I'm like half asleep and I'm like, I fell asleep. And I'm like, get yourself together, Kim. Like, you're filming a foundation review. I like better if I like the brush side better or the sponge side better. I do see it has that like softer finish where it has a little bit of glow. It's not overly dewy like some foundations. I'm kind of feeling the brush side. I feel like it looks really pretty. Also blending down my neck. The foundations because I needed a little bit more. And I'm just going in a second layer on the sponge side to see how well it layers. Okay, second layer is looking really good. Definitely more glowy on the sponge side. I am oily skinned, if you guys do not know, so I will have to set this. One thing that is going to be a pain today is that I have been dealing with some congestion post being sick and my nose keeps running, and I just know I'm going to mess up the foundation around my nose, which is going to drive me crazy as I do this foundation review. Okay, I am really liking the way that this is looking because it's not accentuating my pores. I do have larger textured skin. I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but I do have larger pores, especially in this area. It's not accentuating or highlighting any like of my fine lines on my forehead, which some foundations tend to do. So I'm really liking the way that this is sitting on my skin, and I'm really excited to see how the concealer goes along with it because so far it looks really good. Medium coverage, but I feel covered. It has a little bit of tack to it if you touch your skin, but I am going to set this down with a powder. So now let's move on to the concealer and see how that looks. Okay, so I had to take a little break because my camera overheats. I can't record too long. I have to shut it off, and then what happens is I go on TikTok and I get distracted. So that's why I like hate when my camera overheats. So I'm looking at all the concealer shades, and I think I'm going to go in with the deepest one that they sent me, which is Warm Shell. I'm going to see how I like this one. So ooh, the wand is like that kind of flexible wand. So I like to go on the side of my nose. This is how I've been doing my concealer because it helps me like also contour my nose. So side of my nose, I drag it down a little bit as you can see, and then I go up like that. So then I'm going to blend it out with this sponge. Ooh. I just remembered as I'm doing this that I like to do my eyes before I do concealer in case I make a mess. So now I'm like, I should have did my eyes first. I would say the coverage with this concealer, it's definitely like they're saying medium. It's not like a high coverage concealer. So I feel like this is something that I would go in and do like a second layer of. Do this side. And then let's see how it is with the brush. This is the other side of that It Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe. And then something I like to do, this is like a little hack. When I'm blending out my concealer, I go to the other side and I just blend it in with the foundation that's remaining on the brush because I feel like it makes it look nice and seamless. I'm going to take this shade Shell, which is one shade down, and see if I can use this for a little bit more like lightening and a second layer. Good with the second layer. It doesn't look cakey. I'm going to add a little bit to like these highlighty areas. Yeah, definitely need 2 layers with this. Same thing, taking that lighter shade, oop, back to the brush, and then just blending that in. My permanent glasses mark on the side of my nose just never goes away, you guys. It's always there because I'm usually wearing glasses. Okay, second layer still looks good. It does not look cakey or patchy or anything like that. To set my under eyes, I'm gonna go in with one of my favorites. It's the number 7 Lift and Illuminate Finishing Powder in Light. You can see I am so like hit pan on this so much. And I'm gonna use my new little favorite sponge from Amazon. These little triangles are such a game changer, to be quite honest. Like, I love these. And I'm just going to put some on the sponge, tap off a little excess, and then lightly tap underneath the eye area. And this just like softens everything. Bring this on the side of my nose. So I have another video coming, by the way, you guys. Like, I think this one's gonna go up first because these types of reviews are very like time sensitive. But I do have like a whole very chatty life updates video coming, so just so you guys have a heads up. Okay, so I'm gonna go off camera and do my eyes, and then I will come back and we can do the rest of the face. Okay guys, I went and did my eyes, and I know a lot of you guys always ask me like what eyeshadow am I wearing. So I did a majority with the Violet Voss Violet Sunset palette, which thanks to my eyeshadow declutter I remembered I had this. Here's what it looks like. And then on my lid I wanted to do something shimmery, so I used the Anastasia Loose Pigment and Daiquiri, which I believe I got this from TJ Maxx like last year. It's really pretty. And then I set my face with my favorite powder from Dollar Tree, the Essentially Ageless powder. It makes your skin look flawless, and I used this little puff from Amazon that I was telling you guys about that I love. And then I figured we could do, oh, I also filled in my eyebrows and made them a little bit fluffy, and then I figured we could do blush together. I don't want anything glowy because I'm testing out this foundation. I don't want my cheeks to be so highlighty. So I have this matte blush from Sigma. It's the Core de Rosa. It's really pretty. It's maybe like 5% of a sheen in here. I'm going to use this like angled brush, and I've really been liking using angled brushes to apply my blush, and I do apply it a little higher up on the cheek. And for highlighter, I'm going to use this Pixie Duo. This is the Glowy Gossamer Duo in Delicate Dew. I'm just going to pick up a little bit of the pink shade. This is a really pretty, just like natural highlighter, nothing too crazy. And I did already contour my nose and highlight my nose. I'm not going to apply highlight to my forehead just because, again, testing the foundation. For lips, I'm going to use the Lime Crime Velveteen's Lip Liner in Drew. I love this color. I wore it the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot how much I love these liners, and this is like the perfect color. And I love using my favorite lipsticks. This is the Nude Glam from LA Colors. I got these at Dollar Tree. I'm gonna first put on Oh Teddy. I will put Pinky Swear on top of that to layer, and add a little bit more lip liner. Oh, and I also forgot to tell you guys, I did do a half lash. I cut these Kiss Pixie lashes, just cut one in half, and then I put on the ends of my lashes, and it just completely elevates your entire makeup look, like just by doing that. I love doing a half cat eyelash. For my bronzer and contour, I'm going to use the Rare Beauty Stick. I love this. It's in Happy Soul. It is so pretty. It just blends so effortlessly. And then on top you can add a little bit of the Essentially Ageless, the medium color. Not going to use a setting spray. Guys, so this is my completed makeup and how the foundation is looking. Let me take a look at it in the mirror and then I can let you guys know some thoughts. Okay, so I just was looking at it in the mirror and I think my skin, with everything done and set, I feel like it looks really pretty. So far, I'm really liking the foundation. Of course, I'm gonna have to see how it wears throughout the rest of the day and see if I get oily or anything like that, but typically I will get oily because I am oily, so I won't be surprised if that does happen. But so far right now, I think it looks really good. I did set it down, so that's why my skin is more matte right now, but when you first apply it, it does have a more of a satiny kind of finish to it, not insanely glowy, so you don't really have to worry about that. But right now I feel like it did not accentuate my pores. I feel like it covered any sort of acne I had pretty nicely. I have this little guy right here who's still popping out a little bit, but the redness is essentially not there. So the coverage is, I'd say, really good. The finish is really pretty. I can definitely see this being like a top contender for people. I can see a lot of people loving this foundation. It applies really beautifully, and the price point, man, it is so good. I mean, $7 for this. I'm really happy about that. So Essence did such a good job with the foundation. Now the concealer, so far I like it. I'm not in love with it yet. I feel like I have to use it again, and this is a first impressions video, so I don't like to give like a straight opinion right in a first impression video. I feel like I have to play with it a couple more times, but right now it's not love, it's a like. I just feel like it doesn't give the amount of coverage that I personally like. I like something a little bit fuller coverage, but I will say it's probably good for like an everyday. However, I did have to do 2 layers to get the coverage that I prefer. I'm just not completely obsessed with the way my under eyes are looking right now. So I'm not like, wow, like my under eyes look so bright and flawless, but I have to play with it. I have to try it with different powders, and I have to try it with like using an eye brightener underneath. So there's a lot of factors that go into it. So far I do like the Keep Me Covered concealer. It's worth a try, right, for the price point, to see if you do like it, because everyone is different. Keep that in mind. So right now I am very happy with the way that my skin looks, and I'm going to show you guys what this looks like now in natural daylight, and then I will do probably 2 more check-ins after that, like one like 2 hours, and then I'll do one later at the end of the night, like before I'm going to bed. So now let's go to my vlog camera and show you guys, well, there's not really sun out right now, but I will try to show you as best as I can what it looks like in natural daylight. Okay guys, so here we are at my front door. So I can show you what the foundation looks like in natural daylight. I am so happy with how it looks. I was just looking in my full-length mirror and I was like, wow, my skin looks really pretty. Like, so far so good. This natural daylight, man, it is like so cloudy out. It literally looks like we live in Seattle, but looks so good. Let me zoom in. This camera only has like a digital zoom, so sorry, I look so crazy up close. I'm like not one of those people who looks good up close, but you can, you know, see obviously my texture and stuff, but it doesn't look bad. Like, it looks really pretty. Forehead looks good. So here we are, the Essence new drugstore foundation. Gizzy's here. Hi, baby. Just was looking at the camera settings because this is a Sony, and that previous clip I did have on a low skin softener. So here is no, it's like a beauty filter. So here is no skin softener. It still looks really good. What do you guys think? Would you buy this? I definitely think it's worth the buy. Like if you can find your shade. I feel like whenever I film you can't see like how long my hair actually is because it never fits in the filming frame. Okay guys, so that's what it looks like in natural daylight, and I will check back in probably another 2 hours to let you know how it is wearing. So guys, we are back for my next check-in, and we're in the bathroom because we have no daylight anymore. So here we are, and I was just looking in the mirror at my skin, and I still think right now the foundation looks really good. I haven't like, you know, done much today. Like it hasn't been like some crazy day. So I feel like that also helps. I feel like if you're like really busy, you're out and about, you know, touching your face and stuff. I really literally went to the post office. Then my car overheated. I will zoom in. Again, this camera only has like a digital zoom, so you can kind of see like one of my lines. Little baby fun lines here popped up a little bit. But I'm not oily so far. I feel like it looks really good. Like I have a little smudge here from my mascara. I'm just gonna tap that out. I feel like you can see my dark circles a little bit, like the concealer. I'm like on the fence with the concealer. If I, you know, like I said before, I don't love it. I like it, but I do see a little bit of darkness peeking through with the concealer. So far, I like the foundation a lot better. I feel like my skin looks really nice and everything just looks good. Like, I'm not mad about this. Right? Like, doesn't it look so good? So I am going to start dinner, and my next check-in with you guys will be before bed. I think I'm going to take out my contacts now and put my glasses on, so I am going to have glasses marks, but we will just not pay attention to that. So here we go, you guys. So far, foundation is looking really good. Concealer is decent. Okay guys, it is the end of the night and I'm doing my final check-in because I'm about to take off all my makeup and kind of do like my get ready for bed routine. So I was just looking in the mirror and kind of evaluating how everything looked. So let me just take off my glasses so you guys can see better. Okay, so I noticed something really weird. The concealer like flaked and peeled off. I've never seen that before with a concealer. Here's what we're looking like on the concealer. I feel like my under eyes don't look that great, to be quite honest, and that flaking thing was so strange. I am getting a little bit of texture and caking on the forehead. It's not terrible, but it did break up a little bit. My acne looks so bad right here. The pimples just like doing pimply things, and yeah, it's not cute. And everything else though really doesn't look that bad. Like the cheeks don't look that bad. I feel like my forehead doesn't look that great. And I have been kind of like resting on my face because I was editing a video on my couch. So here you go, you guys, real raw up close on the new Essence foundation. Overall, I really don't think it looks that bad. I don't like the way my forehead looks. I think it looks so textured and like cakey-ish, but I feel like the cheeks look pretty good. It's honestly for like wearing it, you know, for as long as I did, which was 8 hours. I feel like it looks not too bad. I will definitely be wearing this foundation again, and I think you guys should try it out. I mean, see how it works with your skin. I feel like I give a good example because I have pores, I have acne, I have texture on my skin. I have a little bit of everything, so you guys can like know I do not by any means have perfect skin, so I'm a good judge of how like a foundation works on more textured skin. But honestly, it's really not that bad. I think my skin looks pretty good and I'm really not oily. So I am gonna wear it again tomorrow because I want to wear it again and try it with like a different base and see how I like it and kind of play around with it a little bit. So far, like the concealer, like I said, I don't love it. Like it wasn't even love at first sight, and now just wearing it throughout the day, it's like not my favorite, but I will try it again because I like to do more than one try. So I hope you guys enjoyed this first impressions and review on the new Essence foundation, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I will hopefully be able to link this for you guys because it is at Ulta, and check it out. Let me know what you guys think, but these are my thoughts, my first impressions, and I will keep you guys updated as I use this throughout the rest of January, and I will do like a follow-up review. I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.